Welcome back to the channel. And there's not any significant Dragon Age news coming out all the time. You know, they're drip feeding the fans, leading us along to whenever the hell they want to announce this release day, and then release the game, and then let us play the game. But this interview from the gamer just came out, and I watched it, most of it. There's one part I do want to talk about because most of the questions they ask is like stuff we already kind of have gotten from them since the reveal on Xbox's stage to their live broadcast where they showed the gameplay and all that. They were asking like some of the questions we already kind of know. They asked why they changed the name, and I'm like, didn't they put out a whole fucking blog post explaining why they changed the name? Why are you asking it in an interview? You have time with two of the creative directors of the game, and you're asking redundant questions. But that's fine. There's one question that she did ask that I really liked, and I want to talk about it. But we're going to get to that question first, and then we're going to talk about it.
Any sort of canon path in the game that fans can consider the true one, or is it truly up to player choice?
You know, we get asked that a lot, especially because when we start doing ancillary products like comics, shows, people want to know what's canon. We have to decide one that is for that media canon, but I don't think there really is a canon state of the world. I do think there are some more interesting ones. I'm always a fan of the most chaotic and most strange paths through the game, but no, there's no canon. There's always what your world of Thetis is, what your people have done is kind of, it's your own canon. Canon is a very personal thing in Dragon Age.
Yeah, and it should be. That's what we wanted, right? Like, choose your own path, choose your own adventure, and choose your own consequences. So I'm excited to see what people do.
Awesome. Kind of going.
Okay, so they talk about the canon of this Dragon Age game. Like, what is going to be the canon for it? And that's a good fucking question. That's a real good question for two reasons. For one, they got rid of the world state. They already announced that though. They already announced like the world state thing is gone. So there's gonna be no Dragon Age Keep connecting to this game. So everything we did in the previous 3 games, what is actually gonna be the world state of this game? They didn't answer that though. They're like, oh, the canons, whatever you want. No, they don't make sense, bro. They don't make sense. And 2, Dragon Age did a whole lot of backtracking. Dragon Age itself did a whole lot of backtracking. If you play Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age Awakening, and you meet those characters like, you know, Sebastian and them, some of those characters might show up in Dragon Age 2. Like, depending on if they're alive or if they're dead. But one character that you can legit just not fucking interact with the whole time, and they still end up where they are, that's a canon character. Fucking Anders was one of them. I hated Anders in Awakening. You think I picked up Anders to have him join my team in Awakening? Fuck no. That nigga was never a Great Warden. How the fuck did he get justice? I still don't know. I still don't know because I didn't have that nigga on my team. I made sure I didn't put his ass on my team. But when you go to Dragon Age 2, he's still Anders, the ex-Great Warden. And he has justice. How the fuck did you get it, bro? How did you become a Great Warden when I didn't select you? Those are things. Those are examples of things that can't change. The crazy shit that happened to Cullen. No matter what the fuck happened to Cullen in Origins, he still always shows up in Dragon Age 2. He's always in Dragon Age 2. He's not gonna not be there, and then he's always gonna be in Inquisition because he's a big ass deal. So no matter what happens to Cullen, he's a canon character. He's gonna fucking be there. So when they say like, oh, there's no canon, that's a lie, bro. Like, don't lie to me. Just tell me, what the fuck did you do to the game? What is the world state we're playing on? Because you knew everybody's world state is going to be hard as fuck to incorporate into another game. They already tried that with Inquisition. And they dragged the fucking game out because of it. Because everybody's world state was different. Everybody wanted to know what consequences and what people that I selected throughout all these games are going to show up in Inquisition. That shit was tough. There was 3 games of data they had to bring into Inquisition. 3 games of data because Awakening was a completely different game from Origins. Completely different game from Origins. A whole different cast. It was crazy. So it's 3 games of data they had to bring into Inquisition, bro. They did not want to do that again this time. So there has to be a canon to this game. They could have just said like, hey, I got to figure out the canon for yourself. There's a whole lot of reoccurring pieces that come through. But how are they going to integrate together that everybody's going to be like, okay, bro, I kind of understand why y'all took this route. I would have did something different. Because it's like Zevran pulling up with the Antivan Crows. Like, nigga, I killed you in Origins. Why the fuck are you alive? Shit like that. Like, I murdered you, bro. Why are you alive? Sebastian, how are you alive? I killed you. I made sure you were dead. When they pulled that shit with Liliana, like, I'm not saying killing Liliana is the right thing to do. Like, sometimes you do what you gotta do. When Liliana turn on you, you have to kill her ass. Hey, it's just something that has to be done. But the fact that she shows up in Inquisition as a main part of the game, even though they kind of make her mythical as hell when she's supposed to be dead, because after you beat the game, she is like disappears, and people are like, yeah, bro, she's just gone. But nobody really take the route of Liliana dying, so a lot of people wouldn't be upset that Liliana comes back in Inquisition. That's a canon event. That is a canon event, bro. I hate that they kind of like deflected the fuck out of that question. There was a couple other questions that she asked that was like pretty good. Other than that, like the interview was kind of trash. But that canon thing, I'm like, that's the only good question you asked, and that's a really good fucking question, bro. What is my canon, bro? Because things I want to know about the game, I know a lot of other fans probably want to know, or they probably don't want to know. It just depends. But like, I have playthroughs where I specifically made choices to see how it changes status. Like, on purpose. I went and played through the games multiple times. I did it with Mass Effect. I did it with Dragon Age. I played through these games so many times. So every decision I wanted to make, I did make. To see what they changed. Most of them are insignificant changes. They're not that big a deal. Some of them are big changes. Things are crazy. Motherfuckers don't show up. Whole plot devices are gone. And that's fine, bro. If you lose content because you did some shit, that's fine. That's what replayability is about. But the fact that they say like, oh, it's whatever you want, that's a lie, bro. Because I'm gonna just say, hey, Warden ass is alive and well. He cured the fucking blight. My nigga got like 6 kids. and he's just living good somewhere. That's bullshit. That has to be that is just wishful thinking, bro. What actually happens to Warden ass? He don't have to be a main character again. He don't even have to show up in the fucking game again. But I need to know if my nigga's dead already. Because it's been a long time. Great Wardens don't live that long. It's been a long time. My nigga been fighting the blight. You know that nigga's hearing the calling. We know he's hearing the calling. Y'all told us. That was 10 years ago. At this moment in time, when that game comes out, that was 10 years ago. He already started hearing the calling, bro. Morgan was already trying to help that nigga combat the calling. We know that one lady, I think having Alistair made her lose the blight. You can't do that with a male. He already got a kid. His kid has a fucking archdemon soul in his body. But like, where's my nigga at? What is he doing? There's Griffin's back. Did my nigga get to meet one before he died? Those are things I want to fucking know, bro. Those are things I want to know, and those are going to be canon events that the game creators have to make because we don't get that choice. We can't just make that shit up on the fly, bro. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. This interview was so easy for them because all they had to do is just say the same shit they already announced to the fans. They didn't have to like think about anything, try to work their way around. Cause you know when creative directors and stuff like come and talk to people, most of them might think it's like, you know, scripted interviews. They don't really have to fight too hard. There's no curveballs being thrown in there. But sometimes they get hit with a question. They're like, fuck. Like, how the hell do I answer this without just ruining like a surprise reveal or going off script somehow and saying something that they probably shouldn't say. It's some things that can go, and there's some nuance to interviews, and this interview was hella fucking easy, bro. But I'm about to end this right here. So thank y'all for watching, like, subscribe if you're new. I'm looking forward to Dragon Age the Veilguard. I really hate how much they talk about oh, the companions are such a big part of the story, but I mean that's a complaint for another video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.